My name is Drew McLeod, President and Chief Operating Officer of Kind Intelligence. Kind has developed the Menulus platform, a revolutionary menu management system that allows food service operators to index their menu content and create a completely mobile website for free. Today's tutorial will help you to understand how to register and how to compose within the Menulus platform. Let's begin. Go to menulus.com. Go to the upper right-hand corner where it says Share Your Menu with the World Today. Select first name, last name, email address, and a password, and register. Once the registration is successful, go to your email. Open up the support@menulus.com email and click on the link provided. This will activate your account and take you right in to the administrative side of Menulus. This is such an easy platform. There's nothing to it, so let's begin. You're beginning by editing and creating a new group. I'll choose a file. This is the logo that I want to use for the platform. Go to my desktop, find a logo that's appropriate. Name of the restaurant, Vinny's Bayside Grill, one of my former restaurants, and a description. Best seafood on St. George Island. Put a disclaimer here. This can be anything from gratuities of 18% will be added to parties of 6 or more. It's also a great location to put in the hazards of consuming raw foods. If you have a Twitter, go ahead and put your Twitter handle here. Of course, you can put your website as well. I'm going to use the Menulus website. And you can put the Facebook address. So oftentimes, you can just go out to Facebook, find your appropriate URL, copy the URL, and paste it in as well as Foursquare. I'm not going to do that at this time. Now that we've opened up the group, we now need to add a new location. We begin by, again, we can use the established group information, which is great if you just have one brand. If you have multiple brands, you could uncheck this, put in a different logo, and put multiple locations in. This is designed to be very easy to handle multiple locations and or multiple brands. We're going to leave all that side the same. We put in our hours of operation. This is done in military time so that there's an understanding between AM and PM. And you do this for each day of the week. I don't need to do them all here. I think you get the idea. Pick the days that you're closed and fill in the other information. Hours extra, this could be anything from open late after home games, if you're in an area where sporting events happen on a regular basis. Parking and transportation. Reservation informations. Put in your phone number. And of course, a street address. This is going to help for the geolocation function built within inside the platform. Now, I left out the location. My bad, but Menulus lets you know when you need to put in a required field. The Menulus URL here, this is great. If you have multiple locations, you can, within one city, you can put street names. If you have multiple locations in separate cities, put the name of the city. In this case, I'll put SGI for St. George Island, and then save and return. This brings me back out to the dashboard, which you can always come back to. And I'll go to View, and this is where we're going to begin to create the menu. If you need to edit the group information, it's right here. If you need to edit the location information, it's right here. We go to View. It says there are nothing here yet. Need to add a menu. Simply add a menu. We recommend using the terminology Our Menu so that when you embed it in Facebook or your existing website, that text language will be there to let consumers know that it is your menu. We suggest just leaving this default as it is and hitting Save. We are now in the Edit Menu section, and we will begin by adding a menu item or section. I'll begin by saying appetizers, calling this a section. It's not an item. As you can see, that populated behind me. Now I'm going to go below it. You could add above it, but that doesn't make much sense when you're creating in an orderly way. You'll see it has value in the future, but at this time we'll add a new menu item, ahi tuna, and we'll call it a new item. This will take you to the edit menu item area where I can choose a file for a picture. So we'll go down to my photos and choose an ahi tuna JPEG, and we can put in a description. Now if you do have a menu that's in electronic or even a PDF format, we advise using multiple tabs. Open up your menu in the PDF form, and then that way you can copy and paste the descriptions. Most descriptions have been proofed and edited by professionals or by graphics design artists so that you don't have to do that. In this case, I'm just going to type in served with wasabi, but obviously you can put whatever you want, understanding that not only is the name of the item indexed, but so is this description. So the more information you get, the ingredients that are in there will very much help search engine optimization. We're then going to add a price. I'm going to put a regular price here of $8.99. Make sure this box is checked, which it does on the default. If we had an item that had multiple price levels, like perhaps at happy hour it's $1 off, we can be sure we check that so it shows up visually on that particular menu. This is also great, these price options, for pizzas with multiple sizes or items, wings, 10 wings, 20 wings, 30 wings, pizzas, 14, 18, 20 inch. You can put multiple pricing. The other thing you want to do is to be sure that you include these tags as it relates to the specific food item. So this is obviously a fish, we'll check that. We could consider it Asian, and we could consider it Japanese, and as seafood. So we'll leave those three tags so that if a consumer should search based on either or any of those criteria, it would appear. We hit save. And now we have a menu item to go with or underneath appetizers. And we would just repeat this process. So if I chose to do chicken wings, called it a new menu item, choose a file. Here are my photos. No, I don't have chicken wings. How about calamari? We'll just change this real quickly. Put in a description. Again, put the pricing in. Regular. You always have to have a label. You don't have to have a price, but you always have to have a label. So if you don't want to put your prices out on the internet, you don't have to. We'll do the same thing here. And then, of course, we're going to tag this as a shellfish. You'll notice that we have included some descriptors or hovering definitions for those items so that you know what tree nuts are involved. We understand, dairy or milk products, vegetarian and vegan, the differences there. What does gluten-free really, mean? So we're going to give you definitions that just kind of help you make quality decisions. In this case, we just determined that this was a shellfish. It is seafood. You may find that it's got some other characteristics according to your recipe. We now have two items. If you have found that you put this item in it the wrong way, use these arrows to easily manipulate the positions of these items. Once you build out in this classic view, come over here to the top left and you'll see these 9 dots. This represents the mosaic or tiled view. If you click on that, it's going to be empty. And you open it up, it'll show you the menu items that you have, and you can quickly populate those into the mosaic view by clicking on them. Once you do that, you'll have some options on how you display those. The item can be displayed in a horizontal fashion. It can be displayed in a vertical fashion. It can be displayed in a larger fashion. So this becomes completely up to you, and again, you have the ability to move these around. As you get more and more items, the opportunities for developing your own style increase. So we'll just leave it with kind of the default view, come back here, and we publish. That is instantaneously now on the backbone of the internet and indexed onto the platform. You'll notice here that we put the address in. As soon as we click on the address, it takes us out to a mapping function, allowing consumers to find you and get directions. Additionally, you'll be able to share your menu. So if you hit Menu Actions and go to Share, you have the ability to embed this dynamically into Facebook with 2 clicks. You will need to be the administrator with the same email address as on the Menulus platform as you have on Facebook. And those pages will appear, and you can determine which of the pages you are administrator on you would like to embed this into. Same thing applies for your website. You just click this, copy it, send it to your webmaster, let them embed it into the iframe of WordPress or the internet publishing tool that they use. I'll show you real quick some of the values that come from being on the platform. Menulus allows consumers to search not only for things that are around them based on location or theme, but actually by items. So we're going to search for steak in Tallahassee. We get steaks in Tallahassee. We take a look at one of the steaks, we pull it up. One of the advantages of this platform is that we have the ability to allow consumers to socially share it. This allows those items to go viral. It increases your search engine optimization and greatly increases the awareness for your brand. If you have multiple locations, as I had discussed earlier, go right here. If you have other brands, as this company does, or if you had all the same brands in just a bunch of different locations. Here, you'll see that Shula's was able to embed Menulus. Here's the logo. Again, we recommended using our menu so that it would say our menu here instead of starters and entrees. But you can see when consumers go to Facebook, they can click on the Menulus logo and they'll be directed directly to this new dynamic menu embedded inside of Facebook. All of your items beautifully displayed inside of Facebook. This is the mosaic view. It'll toggle to the classic view. And if a consumer happens to tap on an item, it'll take them back out to the Menulus platform and to your location within our platform. Here's the information about reservations, information about parking, as we suggested, hours of operation, and links to your website, Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare. Getting back to the dashboard for our purposes, you now have a menu. So the menus will show up here and you can edit them from here. Remember, we called it our menu. The menu items themselves will populate into a very easy way. These are going to populate alphabetically. And one of the great things about this platform is you can create a team that can help you to administer the different locations. Adding team members is simple. Just go to add a team member, put in their email address, and they'll be sent an invitation. If you want to transfer the ownership, only the person with ownership can add team members, and you can transfer it here in the same way, and it would go out to whoever is the new administrator of the platform. In a nutshell, that's how this platform works. It's very simple, and we're always willing to help you 24/7 to make sure that you get the information you need to build out your platform. You can email us at menuhelp@menulus.com, and we'll be sure to give you all the help you need in creating a new dynamic menu. Look forward to having